much potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Ole Miss Rebels. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Ready to kick it away first. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Makes the grab. It's Tom. Breaks into the open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Lacey. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A really good play by this defense. Seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. They'll go right back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. Got his man on the right. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27.
I love the 3rd down defense. I love the defense understanding passing situation, dropping back, keeping everything in front of them, and then breaking on the football. In order to do this and be great on 3rd down, you got to do one thing really well. You've got to come up and make that tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Moore makes the grab.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Davison. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Moore to the air. Rushes on him. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. More to throw for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
Man, 1st half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Off play action on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on 3rd down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Throwing more. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's going to fire to the left. It's caught. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Moore will throw. Zings it complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Makes the pass. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line. Here's Moore to throw. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. Now sliding to his left. Down goes the quarterback, and they turn 2nd and short into 3rd and long. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Fourth down, Moore. Stepping to the right. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
College football, man, there's so much speed on the field now. Your safeties are smaller, they're quicker, they're faster, they're more versatile than ever. They can rush the passer. You can send them at any time. Great job by the free safety, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And now it's kind of decision time for this offense. It's been a great start to the football game. Moving the ball down the field, scoring 10 points on the first 2 possessions. Do you want the field goal to still be a 2-possession game? Or do you want to be aggressive here, try to go for it on 4th down, and maybe break this game open early?
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being...
Makes a deep grab. He'll work his way down to the 28. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Moore. Here's the pressure. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Moore to the air. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
In the gun on third down, Moore looking for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Moore to throw for it on fourth down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it along the sideline. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Moore to the air again. He'll throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Oregon! A great catch and run for 6.
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown in the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. They knock him down right there.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's third down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Haas. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. back to pass. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Spade on. Mustang.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And it slips just inside that right upright. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Moore. Pocket breaking down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. The run inside. It's Hill. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. And he got it so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. 4th down, Moore. Short throw to the sideline is caught. He's out of bounds, and they'll move the chains with a 1st down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Throwing, Moore. Skips away from pressure. Lets it go. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's complete to the right. There he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Ducks signal for their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Moore with the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Again, it's Moore. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that could hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. He's going to take off. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Right down the boulevard, it's good. The lead is down to a field goal. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's start with South Alabama taking on the number 25 team, the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Jaguars. Looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now.
He's got it down the left side.
The pass on 1st down, caught by the receiver. Gain of 26. 1st down for the offense.
Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Using his legs, it's Davison. Got a little grass. At the 20. Touchdown Ducks! They take the lead here in the second half.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that's a great start to this second half. That's what you talked about in the locker room at halftime. Don't let them create momentum. Don't let them start to create a comeback. Come back on this first drive, set the tone. The defense doing that right off the bat.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. He's at the touchdown Ducks. And they turn it into a defensive score. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Rebels offense is back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
They'll go play action with Moore. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
A short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Davison. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Off the play fake. Got the tight end outside. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Right back to it. Might have a chance, and he'll be brought down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside.
They got it, it's blocked. He's got it, looking for a big return. He makes the catch backed up in his own territory. He'll make the catch inside his own territory. He takes it at the 45. Makes a nice grab at the 25. No, he's going to field this right in front of his own end zone.
And man, did you see that defender climb the ladder? How high did he jump to block that field goal? That was amazing.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams that
and he lays out and snags it down the left side. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. Run in the red zone, it's Lacey. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The play action fake. Moving out of the pocket. Hit as he throws. To the end zone and is picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running inside, it's Davison. Not much there, picks up a couple to the 22.
But we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a second down play. Moore, play action. Unloads to the right. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Offense getting set for first down. Runs through a tackle. Still on his feet and finding some room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
I'll tell you, it's nice as a play caller when you know you don't have to call the perfect play. Even if it's not blocked properly, you know you've got guys like him who can make people miss.
And this whole offense gets energy from this guy because they love him, because he does that. He does the dirty work. Even if it's not blocked great, he'll make people miss, and he'll make huge plays for this offense.
So now it's second and long. Here's Moore to throw. Now adjusting. Right down the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. They'll give it on the counter. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Looking to scramble. Got out of trouble and throws. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Makes the grab. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lacey.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They dragged him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And it now feels like game over after coughing up the fumble. They were down. They needed something big to happen. They had to score touchdowns, but give this defense credit. They just finish. They're playing to the end of the game with great effort, creating a takeaway to ice this thing.
Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
It's complete on the right side. He'll have enough for the 1st down, gets out of bounds, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Moore. Looking deep. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple bad decisions, a couple great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
He's looking deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They've got the screen set up. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Under fire. He's got it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return.
neutral site showdown where neither team has the home field edge. It's the Oregon Ducks against the Texas Longhorns. Great to welcome in Holly Rowe now, reporting to the sidelines. Holly?
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. Coach is using a great motivational tactic in the locker room with his team. He told me this is the best game outside of the playoffs in this postseason. I'm challenging our guys to put on a show for our fans. They want to make sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with a terrific top 25 matchup. Guys?
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. The Ducks will kick this away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Scanning the field. It's Manning. Short throw to the back. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
Dane moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
Chris, these are so difficult to defend, and the reason is that tight end is normally so involved in the run blocking. So when you put a play-action fake out there, there is conflict on the defense. That defender who's responsible for the tight end and pass coverage also has run responsibility. That's what allows the tight end to be open, and now you just have to hit him with an accurate ball. Beautiful job by this offense, and again, one of those concepts as a quarterback I absolutely love. Offensively, they've got to find a way to run the football with more efficiency. If they're unable to do so, it will be a long day.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Play action fake, looking to throw. On the run here. Lets it go. The receiver makes the catch. He made the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30.
No mystery who they're looking to on third down. You find your best wide receiver, you love the matchup, and you go to him. That's an easy pitch and catch and an easy first down.
The Longhorns pick up enough yards to move the sticks. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. To the air, it's Manning. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is what makes this defense so tough. Great zone coverage behind the play, forcing the quarterback to check things down, but then the key, tackle in space.
Pass play produces just a yard, so now they come up 2nd and 9. The shotgun handoff here. And that run produces a decent gain.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable 3rd down situation, and the entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
So here we go now, 3rd and short from the opponent's 24-yard line. What will the offense choose to do at this point? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Grab down the middle. It's Coleman. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set him up 1st down at the 15.
I like the decisive decision from the quarterback there. He saw zone defense, got to his completion right away, and moved the chains.
Longhorns have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Press coverage now from the secondary. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Oh, he can't connect with the wideout that time. Incomplete.
No. You can't make that throw as a quarterback. The defense is all over that. The eyes are in the backfield. It's zone coverage. They know exactly where he's looking, and he's staring at his intended target the entire time. That throw has got to go in a different direction.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. He's got it near the end zone. Gets in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Texas.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Short gain makes it 2nd and long. It's tough against a defense like this. Dropping back. It's Moore. Oh, the pocket collapsing. He'll throw it now. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. That will pick up a 1st down. They'll spot it at 38. So Texas has the lead as we break for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He escapes the pocket. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now.
Once you're outside of the tackle box, you can live to play another down as a quarterback, and he just throws it away. I like that decision. Didn't feel like there was much open down the field.
Looking to throw again. Grab down the middle. It's Stewart. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down to the 44. And he'll set up to throw. The pass rush closing in. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
This is a no-chance play as a quarterback. This defensive end is getting off the ball so quickly. He is electric. That first step, he gets to the quarterback so quick, he's got nothing to do but protect the football. And thankfully for the offense, he's able to do so.
They look to throw it here on second down. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
When we talked with the coaches, they said this was their concern. Their offensive line trying to hold up against this pass rush. And here, right away, they've got the quarterback under duress.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's third down and long to the 45. Back in motion now. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looking to scramble. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
This offense has got to stay out of these third and long situations. This pass rush is too good, and here, more evidence of that. They get pressure, contact the quarterback as he throws, and now it's fourth down.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side, that's a big gain. They make the tackle, but it's enough for a fresh set of downs.
This is such a good job by the wide receiver. Watch as he understands how many yards he needs to get the first down, and he's able to turn, give his quarterback a target, and the quarterback finds him on time to move the chains.
Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Solid pass rush here, and as the quarterback has to leave the pocket out to his left, remember, as a right-hander, I don't love the idea of trying to force the ball down the field and get that explosive play. That is way too difficult of a throw. I'd rather see him try to get something completed underneath and just get this ball moving forward.
Throwing off play action. The pocket breaking down. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Or a throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down.
Well, Chris, this is just a great pass rush by this defense. Watch as he's going to escape the pocket to the left, and now he's scrambling away. But look at the pursuit of the defense, and they get to him and contact him as he throws. That's what leads to the incompletion.
And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Moore. Gets made on the out route. And they'll make the tackle, but it'll bring up fourth down. They are in field goal range.
Man, my favorite thing about corners is when they're aggressive and they tackle well. This is just an easy hitch on the outside. It's man coverage, and so this corner is on an island. If he doesn't make this tackle, it's going to be a big gain, and he steps up and does it beautifully. This guy is always willing to stick his nose in there for the tackle.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Moves out of the pocket. He's got it, enough for a first down. On a tackle made, but it's enough for a first down.
This is just a player making a play. He's able to get himself out of the pocket and free, and still, eyes downfield, creates a completion for a first down. Almost impossible to defend in this situation. The quarterback's doing too good of a job, and here the elusiveness. Eyes downfield, first down offense.
And the Ducks lining up here on 1st and 10. Handing off on the draw play. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out.
I think his best strength is havoc plays. He's constantly in the backfield. It doesn't matter if you're throwing the football, he's after the quarterback. You're running the football, he's in the backfield, tackling the running back. He's constantly in the backfield, which is just a pressure situation if you're on offense.
Oh, what a grab! They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
When we talk with these coaches, they talk about the key for the defensive lineman, in particular in the middle of that line, is block destruction. Look at him get off the block, and he's able to make a play, this time in the backfield.
Ball back at the 6 for 2nd and goal up that loss. Grant behind the line. It's Davison. Now the Longhorns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They have 2 more to work with before halftime.
Well, that's a big play by the defense, because now the offense is off schedule. They're behind the chains on 3rd down. They can get after them with the pass rush.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Now with 1 second left in the play clock, they'll spend a timeout. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. Back to throw. It's Moore. On the move now. He's got it right near the end zone. He'll be stopped short. Doesn't get there on the scramble. It'll set up 4th and goal. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he scores! Touchdown, Oregon!
We always talk about the middle portion of these games being so important, and that is a vital drive and great success, building momentum as they head into the locker room. Now they can go make a few adjustments and come out in the second half and try to sustain this momentum.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. On 1st down, it's play action. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
This is just solid coverage in the back end, and they told us that they were going to be aware of these deep shots. They knew that they were going to get some aggressive calls from this offense, and here it shows up early in this game. But again, the coverage is sound, and what I love about it is their ability to track these routes deep down the field. Trying to take a shot, and the coverage is there.
Timeout taken by Texas. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half.
Well, you got to be connected as a defense, and here the secondary does everything they can on this snap. Nowhere to throw the football, they do their job. But up front, this front 7 gets outside of their rush lanes, and because of that, there's a gap for the quarterback to scramble, and he stays ahead of the chains. That's a really nice scramble from the quarterback, but clearly this front 7's got to do a better job in their rush lanes.
Lets it fly to the wideout. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Man, as a quarterback, you really love to have that one back. This is 3rd and manageable. You feel like you can move the chains here. They did a fine job on 1st and 2nd down, putting them in a situation where they've got both the run and the pass at their disposal, and they're unable to connect. He's got to do a better job on 3rd down.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. This will likely be the last play of the half. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. The Longhorns will kick this deep to begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. They get the second half started with the running play.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down. And here the defense does a great job on first down of going up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it.
Looking downfield, it's Moore. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They get him down, but a big play moves into the 45. First down here for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Deflected by the defense and incomplete.
Boy, this defense is very good. I've been impressed, Chris, in particular on film, how many times they knock the football away. These defenders are just always in phase, make it very difficult on any offense to complete the ball.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. With the catch, it's Moore. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. The offense now operating in empty. Time conversion to keep the drive going. First down now from the 30.
Chris, running the football is so important. You can pick up first downs on these run plays. The offensive line doing a nice job. It just makes everything easier. It's easier on the play caller. It's easier on the quarterback. Everybody is relaxed when you can run the football. And here, first down for the offense.
He escapes the pocket. And he'll wisely throw that one away. So second and 10 here as they try to stay out of third and long here in this tie game in the third quarter. Dropping back. It's Moore. Here comes the rush. And he dumps it off to the tight end. He goes out of bounds. They'll spot it at the 10.
Chris, you know I love these type of throws from quarterbacks. They stand in there with great courage. He knows he's about to get hit, and yet, look at the throw. He's able to get a nice big gain. These are the types of plays that really allow you to be a great leader for your teammates because they look at you and they know you're willing to do whatever it takes.
Trying to run it. It's Hill. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. The Ducks looking to use the up-tempo offense here. The backs got it. Touchdown, Ducks! And they jump on top here in the second half.
What a job by the big fellas up front. To be able to run the football in this field position, you've got to have an offensive line that can just overpower the defensive line. That's a beautiful feeling as a quarterback, as a running back, and as a play caller. You've got 5 guys up front that are just winning.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's got some space here. On the move. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Longhorns. He's going to score.
If you're going to bring the ball out of the end zone as a kick returner, you better have great confidence and great speed on the outside. He has both of those. He reminds me a lot of Jadarian Price from Notre Dame. Remember, he had multiple 100-yard kickoff returns for the Irish? Well, here, chalk this one up. Look at the speed on the outside.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner will be brought down. To the air, it's Moore. Short throw complete to the tight end. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. Offense comes up now 2nd and 8 after that very short gain on the completion. And he drops back in the gun. Looking deep downfield to the left. The catch is made, and he does get the foot down the rule of the catch. A big gainer.
He's got such great awareness.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28.
They better find a way to pressure this quarterback because he's just sitting back there with nobody in his face. If he's got time, he's going to rip them apart, and he does here on 3rd down. They're able to move the chains. This is a nice job, yes, but the defense...
He escapes the pocket, but not the rush. It'll be a short loss.
Chris, if there's one trait that I would love to have out of a defensive back, it's the ability to be versatile. And when they blitz the safety, he shows that not only is he good in coverage, but that he can make plays behind the line of scrimmage. This is a beautiful job, and I love the aggressive nature of this defense.
The sure hands. It's Johnson. Breaks into the clear. Out past the 30. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. An explosive play for this passing game, and now, Joel, they're suddenly set up in the red zone.
Chris, they've got to capitalize on this drive. Now they've got an opportunity, got to put this ball into the end zone. Remember, as a quarterback, you got to think touchdown, check down. Be aggressive with the football down the field. But if it's not there, check it down and continue to move forward. You got to be safe with this ball, not put it in harm's way.
Receiver makes the grab. All tied up at the end of 3. The 4th quarter will decide this. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. Tackle made inside the 10. They'll spot the ball at the 7.
These are the type of run plays that can build into future success. I know it doesn't look like much, right? It's 2nd down, you move the chains, that's all great. But that's the exact type of run that you can play off of later in the game, get to play action pass, and get those safeties down near the line of scrimmage.
Stop right there at the line, no gain.
As the field condenses in the red zone, it becomes so difficult to run the football, and I think it becomes even more difficult to do it out of the shotgun. Because remember, you need space, you need to put the defense in conflict, and if you're not able to do that, then you need extra blockers. You need the tight end, you need the fullback, and you need to get downhill. You can't really do that out of the shotgun.
And he throws it away, a smart choice that time, but it will bring up 3rd down. looking downfield. It's Moore. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. No field goal try here. They're going to try to break the tie with a touchdown in the final quarter. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. But it's incomplete. A 4th down stop. Turnover on downs. Defense makes the stop. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Chris, I agree. He should have caught that ball, but boy, I give a lot of credit to that coverage. On 4th down, he just did not quit, and he made it a much more difficult catch than it originally looked like it was going.
Makes the catch and has space. They stop him at the 22, but that's important breathing room on this drive.
That's a good find by this quarterback to move the chains and create another 1st down. And now you got to keep this momentum going. Take this ball and try to move it all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
So backed up, that big play gives them a 1st down and some breathing room out beyond the 20. Looking for a man. Here comes the pressure. He's got some space. Look out. And the junior decides to pick up the 1st down himself.
In these tie games, having the ability as a quarterback to convert and move the chains with a big play on the outside, this is a huge moment. And a guy that's doing a great job really throughout the game, making decisions and managing his offense.
It's a draw. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Brown. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice completion by this quarterback, and he's able to move the chains here on this series. This quarterback just needs to continue to do this, find the open man, and hit him with the accurate pass.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
Oh, and he dives to make a beautiful catch there.
That is a perfect start to this drive for this quarterback. He's 3 for 3, and now he needs to start locating those wide receivers that are down the field. Find the seams in this defense and push it into scoring territory.
The offense really clicking here. That's a design quarterback keeper. Time ticking away. Can the offense win it in regulation? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. And the Ducks will signal for their 1st timeout. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Now the Longhorns will use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. They come up 3rd and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Dropping back, it's Manning. Looks to his left and makes the completion.
That is a big conversion on third down, in particular in this area of the field. It looked like that defense was going to force a field goal opportunity. Now you're set up with first and goal. You got to punch this one into the end zone. Pay off that nice third down conversion.
Texas. They jump on top now here in the fourth.
That is great execution. You'll always take the touchdown, there's no doubt. But is there too much time left? Now you've got a chance as the opposing offense to get on the field and go match it.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee here, trying to preserve as much time as possible. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
Well, you're not going to execute this comeback unless you can protect your quarterback. And here he's hit as he throws. If this O-line can give him some time, he's going to be able to find somebody down the field. But again, it always comes down to protection.
Grab down the middle. It's Johnson. And the timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete on the final play. Broken up by the defense to preserve this victory.